Okay, so Capricorns, right out of the gate, I pulled three major arcana that are all pretty intense. So buckle up because this is your Cancer season Tarotscope. I just kind of want to dive right into it. So we have the Tower, the Hierophant, and the World. So this is a lot. And I mean, I'm a Capricorn rising, so I'm also a little bit shooketh because this also applies to me. But the Tower card talks about a significant change that's going to happen this season. You can see this giant lightning bolt coming through and destroying something that was never working in your life. It's literally either going to be destroying a relationship, a job, and I shouldn't say destroying because that puts a negative spin, but it's going to take away something that was not working for you. You might be working so hard on something or on a relationship or on a project and you're just not getting the results you want. It's because you were never meant to work on that. You might have just felt like you needed to put time, energy, and money into something. And I get it. Capricorn energy, it's very determined, very steadfast. Once it has its mind on something, it's going to finish it. And it's going to look good and make all the money by doing it. But something is just not working, Capricorn. For the Tower to be the very first card, it's like there's going to be a shift, whether internal, external, on a spiritual level, or all of the above. Something is going to shift you. And I feel like it's going to be something in either a relationship, because Hierophant can often talk about marrying of two people or ideas, or a boss or a job that just simply isn't working, a government influence, or even just simply a Taurus that you are friends with or in a relationship with that may change or shift in some way. But really take stock of all your relationships with different authority figures or leaders in your life and ask yourself if they're even working anymore. Because again, with the Tower moment, you can kind of avoid the severity if you are out of the Tower before that lightning bolt strikes. Yeah, you'll see it happen, and it might be a lot, but you're not going to be in the Tower. So really take advantage of all your relationships. The good news is, after all this me being like, Tower moment is going to fuck you up, we do have the World card here, Capricorn. So the World is showing you that you're closing out a chapter for good, and all of this change and shakeup is actually going to be in your best favor. For those astrology buffs out there, for the past 18 months or so, ever since the beginning of 2019, the North and South nodes were in Cancer and Capricorn. And just May of 2020, we shifted into Gemini and Sagittarius. We're going to have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn on July 5th. And that's going to be closing out the energies from the past 18 or so months. So for me, this is very telling. I would also circle July 5th on your calendar because that full moon might even just be this Tower Hierophant moment of like, oh, this is what that tarot reader was speaking of. Because remember, full moons are when emotions are really intense. Full moons bring a lot of emotions and subconscious issues to the surface. Also, to just note, like, any major thing, it doesn't have to be relationships per se, but even just mindsets around relationships or mindsets around power, those could also be destroyed or shifted. It doesn't have to be something physical. It can be on a mental or spiritual level as well. And again, this World is a beautiful card to really close all this energy up, not just even for the past 6 months, but since January of 2019. So really, if there's been something you've been working on since January of 2019, I guarantee you, you're going to get an answer by the end of Cancer season. Guarantee you, you're going to get an answer. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards just to see what else the universe has for us. Yeah. Perfect. So you guys, we have the Tower with the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, it's like this wasn't working anyway. That relationship, this idea, this offer was never actually working. You were probably just engaging in something that you thought you should have been doing, which is what I was kind of picking up anyway. It's like, you're not even happy anyway. So this tower moment, in whatever realm it's going to strike, whether that's health, career, money, or love, it's actually doing you a favor, which is great. Because that Four of Cups energy is you just being like, I'm just doing it because I feel like I have to, or I don't have all the information, or this is the best that I can do within my given circumstances. Remember, we can achieve anything we damn well please. You guys are Capricorns. You are the greatest of all time. You're the GOAT. You don't need to accept any offer out of fear or scarcity. Take back that power. With the Hierophant, we also have the Page of Wands. So there is going to be this idea of something new once that tower moment happens. Like, oh, there's actually some motivation or some passion doing this. And again, it doesn't have to always be work and money, Capricorn. I get it. I love both of those things. But this can also just be a passion towards a recreational activity. This could be a passion outside of the box that you're like, I just really love painting. And I'm going to paint and make that a priority because for some reason I thought I had to adhere to these rules and structures for so long. I'm just going to do what I want now. And it's often when we take that time to rest and digest everything that the universe can work its magic behind the scenes. Yes, you can still be working even if you're not physically working, and allow more blessings to happen. Because guess what? The Magician with the World. So as these shifts are happening, the Magician is literally the manifestor card. So what is it that you want, Capricorns? You might be feeling like you aren't getting exactly everything that you've been working really hard for ever since, like I said, January of 2019. The Magician is really asking you to step into that power and to not take no for an answer. So once everything happens, especially after the full moon in Capricorn on July 5th, take a moment just to really get clear on what it is that you want. What have you always wanted, but maybe you were too afraid to ask or didn't think you were worthy enough of having it? Once you can get clear and be so passionate about it, you're going to close off this old chapter of your life and start completely new. And the fact you have the World and then the Magician right after, it's extremely powerful. This whole reading is really powerful. Out of the 6 cards I pulled, you have 4 major arcana. So this season is not going to play. Be sure to rest when your body needs it because you're receiving all of these downloads. And then really ask yourself, what's working? What isn't? That's really going to be key, you guys. And I'm going to leave it at that. Of course, be sure to watch your rising and your moon videos for a greater scope. If you want to know more about these eclipses and retrogrades that are happening, click the link below. EMC3 Chat, it's a podcast I'm a part of that really goes into depth on everything. And then if you want a personalized individual reading to go further into these themes, message me and we'll make that work, okay? Thank you guys very much, and I will talk to you soon.